It is a problem we've been telling you about now for years. Children lingering and at times languishing in our child welfare system. Today, a committee of state lawmakers studied this issue. WRTV Investigates Kara Kenny joins us now with the highlights from that hearing.
I'm here at the Indiana State House, where lawmakers spent hours listening to testimony from people talking about our most vulnerable children and how long they spend in the child welfare system.
I was a licensed foster parent for several years.
Braylon Yarrington of Zionsville adopted children from the state's child welfare system, a process that took a mind-boggling amount of time.
My daughter in particular, who really suffered in our child welfare system, and it was very needless. She had 7 years total of child welfare experience when this was all said and done. 5 of those she was actually awarded the state.
Other foster parents also voiced their concerns about safety.
I think we need to act now because the children that are dying don't have time to wait.
Children typically get into the system because their parents are accused of abusing or neglecting them. Those parents often need help with drug addiction or mental health issues. Getting kids out of the system and into a permanent home can mean reunification with the birth parents, legal guardianship, or adoption. Department of Child Services data shows the average time to permanency is 537 days, or a year and a half. But adoptions take the longest. Just last month, the average time to adoption was more than 1,000 days, nearly 3 years.
I know that we can still reduce it more, and we should.
DCS Director Eric Miller says DCS is required to make reasonable attempts to reunify a child with their biological parents, but he says that needs to be better defined, especially the time frame.
You shouldn't still be trying to reunify after 5 years. That to me, that's not right.
Okay.
So I think there need to be some guardrails, because without those guardrails, it makes our job harder.
Braylon Yarrington gave lawmakers a laundry list of potential solutions.
1, placing limits on taxpayer-funded services for parents who are not fully complying with court-ordered services.
She and other foster parents hope lawmakers make changes sooner rather than later. The committee did not make any specific recommendations, but they can use the information gathered to file bills for the upcoming session. Kara Kenny, WRTV.
DCS says it is trying to improve how long children are waiting for a permanent home. They've added financial support for families who adopt and created several programs to address caseworker turnover, a factor that can greatly impact how long children are in the system.